Deep breath. Pretend you like me. Hey, it's Buds, how's it going? Welcome back to another video of Us When I'm Trying to Ride. I don't know, but welcome either way. I'm very glad to have you here, and I'm also very glad to have the wonderful Rolly. Hello.
Hello. Can't get rid of me, and no, I'm like sharing cockroaches. We will be around at the end of the days.
I thought you said sharing cocktails.
Oh, sharing cocktails. No, I didn't say that. I don't share cocktails. They're mine.
Share and cockroaches.
Yeah. That's the joke. It's like, sharing cockroaches will be the only ones who are around after the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And me. Mm-hmm. I can feel cockroaches on my legs.
What? I don't know what that is.
Your audience can tell you.
Okay. Tell me, please. Well, today, Rolly's on the channel, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
For anybody who may not know, if you only watch one of my videos every couple years, who are you?
My name is Rolly, fabulous Brighton gay boy. I'm not a YouTuber. No, I'm just the gay boy of Brighton.
I just found you on the street.
You did, yeah, begging for chai tea. I bought my rainbow fan this time to be very fitting.
Yes.
Oh, flipping out! The gay awakening. So I don't know what's happening.
Do you know, maybe it's the heat at the minute.
We are going through a heat wave.
It's so hot.
Yeah, Mercury is in retro.
Is it? Not again. But today we're here to look at homophobic memes.
We are, because you do nothing but torture me.
I do nothing but talk to you.
Torture me?
Oh!
What's happening? We're reacting to homophobic memes because you like to do nothing but torture me and trigger me about my homophobic past.
Yes, exactly. That is why you're here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, a transgender darts player.
I have heard about this person, so I know who they are. Yeah.
Won a championship, or wins the first set of championship. And so Trump has already stated he's banning transgender, you know, if it says transgenders, trans-identified or transgenderism, banning transgenders from military. Share if you think you should ban woke trans from sports too, just from sports generally.
Just from sports in general.
Just totally from sports. They've done studies and they've shown trans women who have been on estrogen have no biological advantage.
Well, perfect then. Yeah. Like, I don't care. I find it insane that you would think of things like there was that chess tournament, there was chess tournament, darts,
snooker.
All of these things. If anyone could ever say that men have an advantage, all you're saying in that situation is women are stupid. Like, if you're going to say a man has an advantage to win chess games, you're basically saying that women are stupid. Like, they can't compete with men because men are smarter somehow. We've met many men over the time that do not have any mental capacity to be doing anything Donald Trump. But like, in things of darts, please tell me how a man is going to have any advantage over a woman.
Because their whole argument is like,
oh, they have a physical advantage, they're taller and stronger.
And it's like, but there are many cis women who are taller and stronger than their competitors. Like, and there are many trans women who won't be. It's called human variation, but also, yes, how does your argument work for darts, for snooker, for chess?
It's so bizarre. Like,
especially something like chess that is typically, it's put down as like it's a mental game. It's not like a physical game. And so
you get out of breath doing, the women can't compete.
Or you get stressed. Their emotions.
Oh no, this chess game, those women are just sobbing. I just can't deal with it, girl.
I just think it really highlights how like transphobia is rooted in misogyny. It's like they just believe women are useless.
This is the stupid thing when it comes to people like Posey Park and all this stuff. And it's like all of you girls who are like doing all this like turf stuff. It's like all of you are just reinforcing gender stereotypes. If women are stupid, I just don't understand how you're so happy to be so against your own people.
Yeah, you're saying that women are weak. They must be feminine. They must have the ability to have children, and that's what makes a woman.
Yeah,
a vagina makes a woman.
I've seen a lot of like powerlifting women.
So you've seen a lot of vaginas.
I've seen a lot of vaginas in my time. I have seen a lot of like women's bodybuilding competitions, and so like basically all these people will be able to crush men's skulls within seconds. Like this whole idea that like, I mean, I don't want to talk about bodybuilding, but in general, like this whole thing, women cannot compete with men in any way, shape or form. I just hate it. It's so ridiculous and outdated stereotypes of women being weak and pathetic. But that's what the transgender dart star becomes the first trans player to win. Oh, okay, yes, it is what I was thinking. Yeah, Ali Pali. Oh, Sitsi back in the day.
Really? Oh yeah. Hello, I just wanted to interrupt the video with me and Rolly very quickly to remind you that you still can get a Pud plushie if you would like a special Pride Pud plushie edition. You can get the trans Pud plushie. Look at his little trans flag colours from his eyes to his adorable toe beans and the spikes down his back. He comes with 3 interchangeable Pride eggs, the rainbow egg, asexual egg, and non-binary egg. You can of course opt to have him eggless if you so wish. Next up, we have the Rainbow Pud plushie with the rainbow spikes down his back in the colours of the Progress flag and little rainbow coloured toe beans. The plushies are available for another few days if you want to grab one, and then they will literally be gone forever. This is the only time you can get these plushies, so if you want them, I recommend scanning the QR code or clicking the link in the description box. I'm also donating a portion of the profits I get from the Pud sales to LGBTQ+ charities. A percentage of the Rainbow Pud plush will be going to Rainbow Railroad, and a percentage of the Trans Pud plush will be going to Not a Phase. So if you want to check them out, you can. If you don't want to, then no worries. And now we're going back to the video.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah,
transphobic. Yes. So they kiss. They agree. They are gay together because they're both transphobic.
Well, this to me makes me think about those people that go,
I'm the normal gay.
Yes.
I'm a normal gay.
It's very the normal gays vibe. It doesn't work because look at what's already happening in the States. The Supreme Court have been asked to roll back
gay marriage. Yep.
So it might be starting with trans people, but that's not the end goal. It's going all the way through the marginalised communities.
And I know this is a tale of told old as time, but like I just find it weird in this day and age that your hatred towards, even if it wasn't to do with trans issues like immigrants or anyone like because some people vote Conservative because they're racist, not necessarily because they
look at the rise of reform.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody knows any of their policies other than anti-immigration.
Exactly, yes. So I find it so weird that your own hatred towards something else can be so powerful that you're more than happy to like lose rights for yourself. Reform doesn't care about you.
You won't be able to afford healthcare.
I don't understand what they're expecting. It's so weird. And Conservatives, people vote Conservatives about Brexit and stuff. Like, these people don't care about you. How is your hatred so large you're willing to be like,
I'm going to suffer, but if it means that bitch over there doesn't get a job that I'm never going to get because I'm clearly going to be a doctor.
no, you're not, Keith.
It's exactly the same with TERFs, the ones that were celebrating outside the Supreme Court. Like, you've literally done a very good job at rolling back, like, women's rights there and protection for women.
Yeah.
All women. But you are so wrapped up in your transphobia that you don't even see it.
And if we want to play them at their own game, some of them look like men, so...
How many times has J.K. Rowling been genuinely transvestigated? Multiple times. And people have made a comment of, like, actually you fit into some of the stereotypes that a transvestigator would call somebody a trans woman for. Like a strong jawline and other things.
This is the future Kamala Harris and Tim Walz want. Well, they're already pissed off with Superman now, aren't they? Because Superman is too woke.
What did they say? They were like, Superman hasn't gotten any more woke. You have just gotten more fascist.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like those people who are moaning about Green Day, thinking about because one of Green Day, the American Idiot, they changed their lyric recently to be like Trump's America, and all these people are.
Green Day have gone woke.
I mean, you clearly didn't like Green Day back in the day because they've always been very anti-right wing from the beginning. Like, you clearly haven't been paying attention, and this is the same thing. They're acting as if like Superman's now some
wokey.
It's like, and they've forgotten in their minds. I mean, I know we're talking about a fantasy character, but it's like in their minds they generally think like he's like Captain America.
Yeah.
Like he's like this American man that was he was literally like an alien from outer space who like crashed here, and you're like,
Oh, the American man.
what? No.
I would vote for this.
Oh, this is what Kamala Harris and Tim Walz would want. It's so weird that they just find anything fruity or gay and they'll put that kind of slogan to it. Because, I mean, I know this is old because of, obviously, it was when the election happened, but, like, I've heard this saying for so many different things that, like, made men feminine or, like, transing up girls or whatever. Like, it's so stupid. They think anything that's not... Were they that pro-LGBT?
I mean, compared to Trump.
Compared to Trump, yeah.
But it's like everyone who's voting reform only knows about the anti-immigration. So everybody who is anti-Kamala and Tim Walz were like...
Oh, it's all about the gays.
Yes, yeah.
That's why they didn't like them. And the fact that she was a woman and a woman of colour.
How do they see the world? Do they walk around and they're like hallucinating rainbows everywhere? Oh, I can't leave my house!
I do often wonder how they see the world because it's not how it actually is. Nobody cares what kind of sex you have. Just stop telling, I'm assuming that says everyone or me about it.
Me? Is that like is it the logo? Is it like a logo? Like, oh.
Yeah, it's like a meme plate. So where I get a lot of these memes, they like deface them so that they're like changed in some way. So you know it's not the OG posting it. It's somebody who doesn't like it is posting it.
Doesn't like it.
So nobody cares what kind of sex you have, Rolly.
I mean, the same people who say this kind of shit are the ones who are literally like having sex on the beach.
I think it's because that's what they want to hear about.
Yeah.
They think that's all it is because they're obsessed with gay sex.
The Immaculate Conception. Isn't that how Jesus was born?
Yes. Mary.
That's all I want to know about. How it just appeared in your stomach. Would would you like to tell people like you're 6?
No, this is what I don't understand why they make it all about. It's the same reason why they think anything with a rainbow or anything pridey is automatically inappropriate for children.
We talked about this downstairs a minute ago. All they think about is sex. When it comes to LGBT relationships, like if you tell someone you're gay, the first thing they think of is you like anal sex. They don't think about, oh, you love a man, like us falling in love. Like they don't think about that.
It's just like in a cis-het relationship, it's not all about sex.
When I meet my friends who are like aren't gay, I don't instantly go, oh my god, you her out. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think about that. It doesn't even go into my mind. So it's so weird that like straight people, or homophobic people, think that about gay people. The first they think of, that's all that was told to me. When I was gay growing up in school, all that was told to me all the time was just like, anal. And I was like, first of all, I'm not going to be doing all that kind of stuff because I'm a man of God. But no, I don't think about that. These homophobes, they would write me like messages being like, oh, do you want to lick my ass? And like they would draw images of themselves. You would think about it more than I do, and I'm the actual gay person here.
They weren't straight.
They
no way.
There was a lot of them of that.
Yeah.
No, but that was how I was bullied a lot of the time. Obviously, I got beaten up and all that stuff, but a lot of it was that they would draw like really graphic images and like in like classes and just throw them at me and be like, oh, that's what you want to do. And
Free
and I was like, have you looked at yourself? Free what? Very stick men.
Republican Christian is scripture, God music, pure thoughts, whereas a Democrat gay person is violence and rock music. I don't like violence, but everything else sounds more fun.
I used to be part, it might shock you, I was actually part of a Christian youth group when I was like, not teenager, well, I guess I was kind of still a teenager, like early teenager. Like
when you were straight.
Yeah, when I was straight. And we went to, it's like a mini festival, I guess. It was called Connections. That was our like group that we had. It was me and a load of my school friends and stuff. Maybe we were there to hang out really. And there was a rock group playing rock music at the Christian festival. They were singing about God, but it was still rock music.
Yeah.
So this whole idea that
No, rock music, and no, for the gays.
Also, isn't the Bible incredibly violent?
oh, absolutely.
Like-
Stoning people, like killing people.
Yeah.
The plagues, like all this stuff. But no, he loved people. But he did drown the entire world because they decided that they didn't want to worship him because he was an egotistical. He was like, kill everyone. I mean, am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong, because that's not wrong, is it? The Bible is nothing but death and murder.
Yeah, that's the violence. And then pure thoughts if
Pure
you are
thought-
Christian. Well,
Oh.
they're thinking a lot about gay sex.
Well, Donald
Is that
Trump's a
pure-
fucking pedo. Where's the pure thoughts in that? Yeah, ridiculous. And the most corn-addicted people are these ones who you can see their search history. You know, as we've already said, Alex Jones was caught watching T-Girl. He was like,
It was for research.
no, it wasn't. You were just whacking one out.
Yeah, that's
Like,
not
you guys are
research.
all full of hypocriticalness.
Yeah.
But also, who cares about any of this stuff? So there are some gay people who are into Jesus for many different reasons. But
You
scripture...
squat for him.
Every time I'm like, get that nice little peach for Jesus. Yeah, pure thoughts. But like, I want to know what pure thoughts actually entail. Because if we actually go by right-wingers, the amount of shit that they say...
I think there are nice people who are also religious, obviously, but I do think so many people give zero effort and zero shits about actually trying to be a good person because they think being religious by default makes them good.
No, I agree.
They're like,
Oh, I don't actually have to be nice to people. I don't actually have to be respectful. I don't actually have to not judge people. I just have to say I'm religious and I am absolved of everything else.
and also if they do good things, I watched a TikTok about this and it was like a lot of religious people, they're driven by fear of God and going to hell, and that's why they are good. Whereas if you're an atheist, you're good because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think there can be crossover, but I do think there is truth in it for a lot of people.
I know I talk very anti-religion on YouTube and stuff, and it's because I am quite anti-religion. But like, yes, there'll be some nice people. Like one of my best friends growing up, Hannah, she's a Christian and she's one of the nicest people I know. But like, I just find it seems to be less people. All I get told all day, every day on the internet is I should die because I'm gay, and it's all from religious people.
Yeah, and you get like Bible passages and then it's like, and now you can die.
Yeah, literally, like all I get told, the majority of hate I get is from religious people.
Same.
And that's from all religions as well, not just Christianity.
Yeah.
All religion, like as a whole. Like I just.
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And in real life as well, most of the like non-acceptance I face has been because people have used religion as a reason to be
Well, think about Trump, how he's doing all of that's against God. He's meant to be the Christian. Like, no, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I hate it.
in the 16th century, you wicked witch, and they burnt the witch. And now the 21st, they couldn't even be bothered to change this.
Stupid.
You transphobic turd. TERF, kill cis bitches.
I
and they're
want you
burning.
to tell me where this has happened.
Yeah,
Show me a single case.
Yeah, where have transphobes been persecuted in any way, shape, or form other than facing consequences of being called out for being bigots and being told what you're doing is hurtful? Where have they actually been burnt at the stake? It's because they like to victimize themselves.
Oh, they're upset. They're like,
They are
One gram of oppression, please.
Yes.
it's ridiculous. But also, can I say one thing as well? Is it's like they're acting as if like this was the right thing to do, burn the witch. But now they're saying no, we've got to burn the TERFs instead. Like burning these witches were also awful because they weren't witches because witches don't exist. Like,
I wonder if
both
that's
of this
what they're
is
trying
bad.
to say as well, though. Like,
You can't be a TERF. You're just like going on a modern day witch hunt, but actually you'll see in centuries to come where you persecuted us for our views on trans people, but we'll be right and say
you absolutely will not.
I mean, that could possibly be how you would read it. I read this as they think the left is the good one, but now we're getting rid of the TERFs instead. Well, this is why I talk about religion stuff. They thought this was right.
Yeah.
They were like, oh no, we're doing God's work.
Yeah.
So you know,
But that's-
in 20, 30 years' time, Christians will look back at what we're doing now and be like,
They do realise it's the wrong way round because
Yeah.
they got books burning, which would maybe indicate like biology books and scientific fact. Actually, what is happening right now, metaphorically, is trans people are being put up for sacrifice. And,
Yeah.
like, our rights are being stripped because of some transphobic ideology where people think they are either doing what God would want them to do, or they're doing what is right to protect other people, or they're just hateful. They're just really mean people. I think even if you don't agree with being trans, and a bit of you maybe thinks that it's not right in some way, I still think you have to be an absolutely abhorrent person to weaponize that in any way to actually take away people's rights.
Well,
You're
I-
not a good person.
yeah, I there are many things in life that I don't necessarily like or want, but I would never tell someone else not to do it unless it's like, I mean, if it's harmful, obviously, but like if it's just like you are doing something that's not really hurting anyone else, I don't care about it. Like, do what you want. But I would never in my life be like, I don't know.
I don't like having babies, therefore I'm going to tell newborn mothers to kill themselves.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what?
Do you know I'm what I mean? going to strip money away from the local IVF centre. Yeah,
Exactly,
like-
like those kind of things. I would never even consider taking away people's rights to do things.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. But I mean, I do think some people are just genuinely hateful. I think some people
Yeah.
are brainwashed, they're lonely, they've got no life, and like all the
And they find a
conspiracy
community.
Yeah, exactly. Don't underestimate the power of feeling like you're part of a group.
Yes.
People will lose all their morals in a heartbeat if they suddenly feel like they're a part of something. Flat earthers, for example, aren't, I mean, in the grand scheme of things like this, they're not hateful, but like we can fully understand as a society that being a flat earther is the most ludicolo thing you can actually do. It's the most insane thing that the earth is flat. But people are so easy to be like, lose all sense of logic if it meant they're part of a group.
Yeah.
And I see that same way I think about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
These people just lose any sort of sense of morality because they're like,
But that means now suddenly I'm friends with Keith, Aggie, and Margaret down the street
Yeah.
who normally wouldn't look at me.
Oh, and I think some of them love the fact that they get J.K. Rowling's attention. They're like, oh, celebrity.
yeah.
oh my god, this woman is paying attention to me.
Yeah.
But I know I've also read like really like quite sad interviews with ex-TERFs who are typically detransitioners, who are very like trans positive now, but they transitioned, they were very lost, they felt like they lost the community with the trans community and LGBT plus people, and they got preyed upon online by TERFs and like given a community and given all this support. And initially it starts off as like genuine support that they need and genuine community and camaraderie-ness and stuff that they actually are benefiting from. Then it spirals into the hateful stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of them will then pull back if they see it happening. But it's so hard once like the claws are in on a group, and if you leave you're completely alone. I can see how that's terrifying.
Yeah, it was like that lesbian
Yeah.
lawyer woman who transitioned to be like into a guy and then was suddenly like, it wasn't right for me or something, and was slagging off J.K. Rowling, and suddenly was like, now Bezzy mates with J.K. Rowling and saying loads of transphobic stuff because they've detransitioned. It's like some lesbian lawyer person on Twitter. I know some people would know who I'm talking about. Just insane level of just like, how have you gone that far? You don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
like trans people. If you're going to be transphobic and whatever, regardless of what you are, the fact that you're going to go to that level, like these people aren't doing anything to you. No.
Oh, I hate people sometimes. Don't know who needs to hear this, but Teslas aren't the reason you're trans. Stop lighting them on fire.
I mean, that's probably why I stopped. I really felt it. And so that Tesla down the street that blew up. I was like, oh, there we go. The feeling's gone. Normally, when I would see shit like this, I would be like, this person's just trolling or joking.
Yeah.
These people are so ill that I'm like,
Does she actually believe that? Yeah.
people are setting them on fire because of.
They're setting them on fire because Elon is a massive asshole.
You can use what he's a Nazi. Like use the term.
This is one of those things that when you read it, it is so detached from reality, it's difficult to know what to say.
Yeah.
Other than to just like laugh at it on the surface, but recognize that there is something deeply wrong going on here. Like, how can somebody even
Unwell.
believe this enough to say it, even if they don't quite believe it? There must be such like a need to not admit why people don't like Tesla.
I don't know who's Nancy, well, Republican Nancy Mace.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Who's Nancy Mace?
I've heard of her before being like quite transphobic and other things that we would not agree with because it's the morally corrupt thing to be doing in life.
I do wonder how much longer Tesla will be able to sustain for.
Every time I see one, I'm like, really?
Well, I think this now, it has a little bit like Harry Potter stuff. Even if you bought it when you before hateful things started coming out of like anything, when I see Harry Potter things, Tesla stuff, I instantly go, ugh, and then I think, oh, you must be a bad person for having it. And it's hard now to detach my head going like, doesn't necessarily mean it to begin with, like they could have bought it pre,
Yeah.
but I'm also like, there are other electric
And I
cars,
think-
sell it and go.
With cars, there are kind of two main scenarios where people could be stuck. They could be in like a lease or some kind of like rental agreement that you have to pay a lot of money to get out of and someone might not be able to afford it. Or it could be a car given to them by their company. Then they've got no choice.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's how Tesla sold a lot of their cars.
Oh, really?
To corporations who then gave them to their employees as company cars. So I'm like, okay. But the thing is, if I had a Tesla as a company car, or I bought one when I thought everything was fine and I was really financially stuck with that Tesla, I would have a massive bumper sticker going, I bought this before we knew what Elon was
Well,
like.
some people have had that in America.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of people like signs. And I would, obviously, if you're going to buy electric cars now, there are other brands available. And I'm sure some are still obviously hateful, but less, it's probably better than Nazi mask. But no, I would do the same thing. I would absolutely like cover it up as much as I possibly could. And if I was a company, like a business that had them, I'd be like, do you know what, let's go Ford. Does Ford have electric cars? I don't know. But like,
Yeah, or like the Polestar, they're quite well known for being good electric cars. Like I would do everything I could to get rid of it.
yeah, I couldn't imagine now. But the thing is that when I see Teslas now, I just think Nazi.
It gives you that like visceral reaction. It's like that kind of like straight away
I
before
feel
I
the same with
even...
Harry Potter. When I go past and see anything Harry Potter, I'm like, ugh.
And that I don't forgive because I'm like, there is no need for you to be wearing a Hufflepuff scarf in
Well, it's been long
2025.
enough now as well. Like, it's been long enough to know how awful she is that, like, it's been a long enough time. Like,
And it's not like getting rid of or not wearing your Harry Potter stuff in public is like some big financial blow that getting rid of a car could be.
Yeah,
It's not quite the same
I've
thing.
lost my career because of the Hufflepuff scarf.
no. The only time I get a bit funny is if I see tattoos, I'm like, that's a lot difficult. I'm like, I'm more forgiving, obviously.
Cover-ups are still possible.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember there was this woman a little while ago who was doing free cover-up for Harry Potter tattoos. And I don't remember where that was now. It was a couple of years ago. But like, yeah, tattoos are obviously difficult because they're a little bit more harder to remove. But like, this is why I say you have to be careful. You have to be careful what you get tattooed. Like, people actually get actual things. Like, I run the risk. Like, I've got cartoons, but at least I've got some detachment from like the actual person. But you have to be careful. You do have to be careful when you tattoo anything on you, really. But people, I've seen actual J.K. Rowling tattoos, and I'm like, oh.
no, but why not Harry Potter or like Hermione or something? Bizarre behaviour.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so this is why homeschooling is good.
Okay.
So they're happy, well-adjusted, has not yet been exposed to the misery of a woke worldview. Dangerous something he probably wants to kill grandma. What?
Dangerous maskless face.
Has not changed genders. What a freak.
This is what I mean about when I said these people are just high and they walk around seeing rainbows. But do they honestly believe that like 90% of the kids in school are just trans? What are they thinking?
I think they believe that schools are becoming trans factories and like your kid will go in and be like brainwashed and they'll come home and be like,
I'm trans.
I genuinely think some people believe that.
Do you know what? Do it. Let's make it a reality. Let's actually do it just to piss them off. I don't understand. Like, what?
Oh, let's set up a conveyor belt and turn all the kids trans. That's genuinely what I think some of them do think is happening.
Well, the thing is, a lot of this stuff, and it's the same with the whole like internet censorship that's going on now in the UK, is like it's not about protecting children. It's about making it seem like things don't exist anymore. Because yes, the Internet Safety Act is meant to be for like pornography, but like Reddit's like periods are now being age restricted, and like how are people like young kids who might be going on like, experiencing periods for the first time? Like Reddit sometimes can be a good place for them to be able to learn about it. Like why is Wikipedia being locked down? And this is the same thing. It's this stuff like let's homeschool my child so I can brainwash them myself.
Yeah, oh no,
Like-
it is 100% that. It's just, I don't want my child to think anything different to me. It's just that stark refusal. And I think it's the same kind of parents as well who are like,
My Timothy is going to grow up to be a top lawyer and make loads of money and look after me when I am an old woman.
Yeah.
and then gets disappointed when Timothy actually wants to be...
A
There we go. A gay
A gay Yeah. No, I just find it so weird that some people get homeschooled, some people get homeschooled, it's fine. Like, I'm not clued up enough to know, like, the science behind, you know, is it good for a child to be homeschooled? I don't know. But, like, the idea that you would say going to somewhere that's, like, woke or going to, you know, changing their gender. There are also many Christian schools. Like, I went to, both of my schools were Christian schools growing up. Like, both of them were. Was I exposed to the woke nonsense because I'm a raging now?
Yeah,
like,
they made you gay.
Like, exactly. Like, I went to church with my school and sung hymns. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? This is what I mean, is when it comes to a lot of this discussion about modern day people being gay and seeing rainbows and they're all going to be confused. Like, I grew up in the 90s, very Christian household. Yeah, my grandparents weren't hateful, but, like, it was in a Christian-run school. Christian-run schools, household, went to church every weekend. Like, in their logic, I shouldn't be gay.
Yeah.
And I knew that I was gay from when I was, like, 6 years old. I was watching wrestling, being like these hot men in tight underwear. And that's weird to say as a child, but, like, I was attracted to that. But, like, I knew I was, but by their logic, I shouldn't be gay.
Oh yeah, it's like, I think any kid born from like the mid 90s and earlier, we should not have any LGBTQ plus people if it worked in the way that these bigots are stating it works in.
Yeah.
I literally didn't even know what the word trans meant until I was 16, but I knew that I was a boy when I was 4 years old. But I didn't know what that disconnect meant between what people were telling me and the way I felt. So it's like, I knew long before it was even something that a school would even whisper.
Yeah.
Like, we both started school during Section 28. It literally not spoken about, because even after Section 28 wasn't law anymore, it took years, decades, for it to repair in any way.
And I left high school in 2006, and I was in sixth form for 2 more years, and I stayed in the same place. So I left in 2008, and not once in a whole time did I hear anything remotely about gay relationships, gay people. Like, it just wasn't a thing, because teachers were still scared to talk about it after Section 28 was taken away anyway. It lasted for years after. I mean, I'm sure there's difference now, but like, when you didn't have a single thing. So by their logic, I shouldn't be gay. I didn't see anything gay growing up.
Welcome to Glasgow, Kylie. I think this was someone who went to see Kylie Minogue.
Okay.
I've seen you 5 times in concert, but never again, as you have went woke and all gay. I felt threatened standing in the crowds by the gay community that you attract, so I won't pay money to see you. Pity you went down that road in life, but love you loads. This was this year. This was even way into her career. I saw her 6 years ago at Brighton Pride, because she's a gay icon and she has been for decades.
Imagine being that disconnected from the world,
Brian,
that you genuinely believed that Kylie Minogue wasn't magnet from the very beginning. Like, from literally the beginning, flocks of gays have worshipped her, and rightly so. One of the main reasons why she's popular as well is because all the gays, like, what? People like saying, just share.
I can't believe you've gone woke.
there's very few people that would have been a more ridiculous choice of saying,
You've gone woke, you've got gay fans.
than Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, that is absolutely barbaric.
But like, how could you be a fan of Kylie and not understand?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can listen to anything, but I just find it interesting, that you'd be so unaware.
And you've been to 5 concerts.
Yeah, exactly. Been to 5 concerts. Where are these concerts? She's hardly performing in like a football stadium opening.
I wonder
like,
if at this one she maybe had a pride flag or said something if something political had happened recently. But just
as if like Kylie Minogue gives a shit.
And she doesn't care about you, Brian.
Literally, Kylie Minogue is so fucking incredible. Like, the idea that, it's stupid. June is Groomer Awareness Month. It is. I agree. Yeah, then
Dog groomers.
at this point, might as well just be just feed into everything they say. Yeah, we're here for your children. Yeah, come on, little Bethy. Bethy. Hello, Bethy. Yeah, she's like, I'm Bethany, but quirky. Bethy. June is Groomer Awareness Month.
When did this have a resurgence? Because it was such a trope.
Yeah, it feels like
and I feel like in the past few years, the term groomer for anybody who's LGBTQ plus has just like
Come back,
skyrocketed.
yeah. It's because they don't have anything new. They're so boring. Again, we said this before a little while ago, but I still now will get people commenting, I'm an attack helicopter, and that has been over a decade now. Like, they genuinely cannot think of other things. So this groomer thing, unfortunately, will come back and forth back all the time. This again was still used in the 80s. Like, this kind of thing about gay
They're coming for your children.
Yeah, and like, it's been a trope that stayed around for so long because they can't think of anything actually like right.
And they also know that by making people feel like you're being a bad parent by approving of gay people because they just want your children, they know that's a way to sucker people in and manipulate them into being homophobic, because they're like,
Oh my god, I need to protect the children.
Yeah.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
No, what I will say is we recently went to Trans Pride in Brighton and the turnout was huge. And then London had like 100,000 people there as well.
It was record breaking.
I want people to know watching this, just so you know, these really are a tiny minority of people. And social media, it amplifies it and makes it seem so much more crazy. The only issue we have really is, unfortunately, the small minority of people are in power.
And they have money.
Yeah, exactly. The majority of people don't actually care about these kind of issues. Most people love Pride. Sweden, like Luxaria, one of my best friends, was recently in Sweden for Pride in Stockholm, and she showed me the crowds, and it was hundreds of thousands of people. Like, people are on our side. It's just, unfortunately, the people making the rules are in power. So, like, the world doesn't hate you. It's a small portion of people who have power. So I want to just put that message out, because we sort of, it's very dark and dingy. Police 911, what's your emergency? Someone stole my defund the police sign. What?
And then they're wearing a him, she, that t-shirt.
That? God.
Yeah.
I mean, I know pronoun can be anything, but do people actually go by that? That just
I have
feels
no
a bit
idea.
offensive.
I know some people go by it, but
This feels
it's
a
not
bit
very
offensive.
common.
No.
I just think this is always like the way that these right-wing bigots depict what they think a trans person looks like. And it's always somebody that they draw in quite, in their minds, as grotesque a way as possible, with like typically like a receding hairline or body hair.
Oh no!
Or like overweight is really common, and it's always like trans women, but shown in a very purposefully masculine way, as if the
Oh,
trans
is this supposed to be a trans woman?
I believe it all that is supposed to be somebody who identifies as trans in some way with the pronoun t-shirt, but this is very typical to how they would portray a trans woman.
Yeah.
And this is what they view trans women as being. Like, just in their head, somebody who is like gross to them. Or, you know, I guess they're trying to play on the irony of like, defund the police. Oh, police, I need you, even though I want you to be defunded. Like, that kind of Karen-y behaviour is exactly what the right-wingers do. They are the ones shouting down the phone.
Well, they're the ones that went to be like, oh, protect Blue Lives Matter, who were wearing all the Blue Lives Matter stuff, where the BLM stuff was happening, and then they're the ones that charged them with like attacking police officers and like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so ridiculous. And that's what I mean about the whole race riots that happened recently. They were all these like I'd say we're not right wing here in the UK, like conservative and reform people who were like charging people, trying to be like, get the immigrants out, all attacking police. Yet they're all the ones that go like, protect the services. It's so weird.
There's also like 3 of them that showed up in most towns. In one country, one city, for trans rights, and there's literally, whenever you see turfy things happen, it's a handful.
Yeah.
Tell me where the turfs have ever managed to get 100,000 people together in one place. They haven't, and they never will.
Yeah.
If you voted for Trump, stop listening to my show, and then the show goes under. I don't think the right-wingers boycotting is as powerful as they think it is.
No.
They are deluded in thinking that if they boycott something, that's it, it's over.
It's over, yeah. But right-wingers aren't watching these shows to begin with. An actual person with a platform and stuff like that, if you're going to say something, it's literally, if you voted for Trump, stop listening to my show, I really fail to believe that this person, whoever this is meant to represent, wasn't at least showing signs of this for years before.
Yeah, and especially if there's like a rainbow on the back wall and on the laptop.
Yeah.
The kind of guest that would cancel after somebody saying, if you voted for Trump, stop listening to me, is not a guest that would be invited onto a show.
Absolutely, yeah.
With this
it
kind
doesn't
of
make any
theme
sense.
anyway.
They think they're so much more powerful than what they actually are. And we spoke about this when it comes to brands in my video and the boycotts that happened and everything. There are like 6 companies that own the entire world. You can boycott one, but you're then feeding into another one that literally does the exact same shit anyway. If you go with another company next to the whole Bud Light thing, you're going to go buy another beer that's owned by the same company that owns Bud Light. These boycotts do nothing. Like, they really think they're making a difference. In reality, they're just giving the money to the same people, just in a different way. It's so dumb.
And you are right, it's like something will happen or get cancelled or go downhill because of X reason, which is nothing to do with like politics even, and then they'll jump on it and be like,
Oh, it's because he stood up for gay people.
It's because he went woke, yeah.
Yeah, it's because he's a wokey.
I'm surprised.
Superman.
I'm actually surprised they're still peddling this woke nonsense stuff, because normally with them is they have like a word or a catchphrase for a little bit, and then they'll change it. But it's interesting that it still seems to be going on.
they've run out of words.
Yeah, because it was social justice warrior for ages, wasn't
Yeah.
it? SJWs, everything was SJWs this, and now woke has become the new one. But woke seems to have been around for quite a long time now. That it seemed to.
I just don't understand why it's a bad thing. It's not an insult. You're basically saying you're asleep in life then, that you just go through life with your eyes shut, not paying attention, not caring about anything. I would hate to do that.
Yeah. I just think at this point as well, if you actually ask these people what does it mean, they'll never tell you an actual reality of what woke actually means. They'll just sort of go,
Oh, it's just the schools have been woke.
you ask them actually what woke, define woke, and they will not be able to do it.
No.
Not in a saying, because they know.
If you're a good person with morals, you're woke.
Yeah, the Kevin and Perry lady, I keep forgetting what her name is, but to quote her, she's like, you're woke if you're not racist, you're woke if you're not homophobic, and she's like, well, be awake, people, be wide awake. And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
I have a small wiener. I think that's been written on here to like LGBT community, literally fucking anyone, their views.
My wife thinks I'm what?
So apparently we force everybody and anyone we come across to eat up our views.
This is the same kind of people that go on This Morning saying I'm being silenced,
Yeah.
while they're on like the most popular daytime TV show. And
Yeah.
like, I'm being silenced, but I'm talking to millions of people now.
Yeah.
Like,
I've written a book.
just
I've been silenced.
I don't understand what they like. Have they seen politics? Who is literally the president? Who is the prime minister? These people aren't woke or on our side. Like I just don't understand.
I mean, I do go knocking on doors trying to convert people to our Lord and Saviour trans on a daily basis, like a Jehovah's Witness.
Just as our Lord
They're
called
converting
trans,
people
it's
to
just,
transgenderism.
It's just an orb that floats in
Yeah.
the sky. I'm trans. Suddenly transitioned. It would make it a lot cheaper for a lot of people's surgery.
I'd have been
like-
so happy.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous because it's like they are totally fine with Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons door knocking and giving you leaflets in the street. I don't want that. If I'm interested in that, I will come find it.
Yeah.
You don't have to come find me because that's you shoving your worldview down my throat.
The reason they're so angry now is because someone has told them to be angry. These people cannot do anything for ourselves. Well, we're the kind of people that if we want to do something, we'll just go and find it and do it, seek out things, seek information. They won't. They'll just be like,
I need to be told what to feel. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm angry at this thing I didn't even know existed 2 seconds ago, but I must be angry at it.
like that's literally how it is. But then they're the same ones that think that we're the sheep. And they don't realise that, oh honey, no girl, no. It's the other way round. Like fully the other way round.
Yeah. They're angry that they can't misgender a trans person. We're angry because we're losing our rights.
Exactly.
It's
but
very different things. One is valid, us, and one is not.
you say take away someone's rights because my God is this. That is not a valid feeling. I was like, but the people with polar things, like, all feelings are valid. No, they're not. You are not going to tell me and my friends how I should and shouldn't act, how I should behave, my rights I have because you've got a feeling about something. You.
They think that their individual feelings beat facts and science.
Oh, beat.
Beat.
LGBT, B means beat.
LGBT. Oh God.
God.
China is teaching their kids quantum physics and calculus. America is teaching our kids gender pronouns and how to twerk like a drag queen. This isn't going to end well. And this also feeds into the whole like America having an issue with China. Yes, America is teaching kids gender pronouns and has for decades because she and her comes up in English, funnily enough. Gender pronouns are part of the English language, are part of language, and they come up in teaching kids language.
Right.
And then twerking like a drag queen.
When
This is full Delulu.
I take my hat off because it was just I'm so shocked.
Too much.
Twerk like a drag. I'm what?
It's this whole like drag queen story hour thinking that drag performance is inherently inappropriate for children.
The thing is, there are many drag performers who are completely inappropriate for children, like me if I was a drag queen. But there are also many drag queens who do not do all that kind of stuff, who are happy to read to kids.
That even if it's actually inappropriate, it's okay as long as it's straight.
Yeah, daddy's little slut. I just don't understand on their babies. I'm like, Jesus Christ, little Betty.
Yeah, I'm a boob man.
Yeah, I just, what are we doing? I just,
Yeah. So you're telling me that none of these people that would share the opinion of this meme have never taken their child to a pantomime?
No.
Because drag queens, it's like they're a core part of a pantomime.
Can I say as well, the person who made this meme, right, will be an adult,
Is an
I'm
idiot.
assuming, right? They act as if like they have, like they're any smarter.
Yeah.
They're just jealous that they can't twerk.
Just the idea that they actually think that drag queens are twerking in front of children. To you liberal parasites, I just want to
Parasites?
tell you that I am proud to be white. I am proud to be a Catholic. I am proud to be straight. I am proud to be conservative. I am proud to be a triple trumper. That just sounds like you do massive farts.
Yeah, it's like,
And shit myself.
I'm proud to be an American. I will never back down to your woke agenda. I will never accept the desecration of Western civilization. I'm sorry, but isn't Western civilization built on the desecration of other cultures?
literally. Americans like that believed that like indigenous people didn't live in America. Like it was just literally.
No, it's just white people.
It just suddenly came about in what, the 1700s.
Yeah,
It's such a young,
like
they think it's such a young country with a young history, and it's just because they've erased all of the history
Exactly,
before white
like-
people colonized.
like yeah, ridiculous.
I will never subscribe to the idea that diversity is our strength. They want to be clones.
Mm-hmm.
I will never apologize for anything to you, pathetic, subhuman, uncultured vultures. And I think that really helps. That helps me understand where they come from, because they do see people who are not exactly like them as less than human.
Yeah.
It's the same with immigrants, where these people who are so anti-immigration and racist and xenophobic, it's because they see people, and it's like why people are not vehemently pro-Palestine, it's because they do not see the humanity.
But what I find interesting about what this person said here is uncultured. I read that as you're not worldly knowledgeable. You
Yeah.
don't understand things. Please tell me what you understand.
Yeah.
Please go to places in India where they have third genders. Did you know anything about that? Like, do you know anything about the hijra? Do you have any idea about that? Do you go to, I don't know, Japan and know about like the temple history or types of food, or except for literally being like,
Oh, it's Wagamama's.
do you know what I mean? It's
Do you know the history of your own country?
yeah, exactly. Like you say uncultured, but the real uncultured people are you. If you're gonna call someone uncultured, please tell me how much you know about the world. Like, please tell me.
Because often these viewpoints and this narrow-mindedness literally comes from being uncultured and unknowledgeable
Yeah.
of a world outside your tiny, tiny little bubble.
Even your own culture, your own. So we're talking about white American culture. I bet there's so much stuff that you didn't even know about the founding fathers.
They don't.
They don't give a shit about culture.
Yeah.
But also, like, uncultured vultures. I don't understand. But to be a vulture means you're taking.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything from cis straight people.
I know.
I don't want your, like, culture.
But this is what I mean about how these people don't understand what it is they're actually angry about. But also, using terms, things like subhuman, like that is literally one of the worst words that people have used to justify things like slavery, for example, back in the day. They said that, oh, it doesn't matter if you hurt black people because black people don't feel pain like us because they're different.
Yeah.
Like, and they treated them as subhuman. They didn't, as we sort of do
Genocide.
Exactly, talked about Palestine. The people are seeing them as subhuman. Like, using terms like that, you don't throw those kind of terms around unless it's like those are very specific types of
They're
words.
very
that
loaded.
that you hear in very specific situations.
Yeah.
That I think using those terms to me is very telling.
Yeah.
Very telling of the kind of person you are.
Evil.
Talk about white culture. The Stonehenge. It's very common for like America to be like, we're number one, the world doesn't matter. And we're
Yeah.
like the fact that they still, even now, I'm having to always tell people, stop calling Europe a country. I'm going to go visit Europe. Where? I had one person ask me recently, like, oh, I'm going to go to Europe in May or something. And, like, can you tell me things about what I should and shouldn't do? I'm like, what? Where are you going?
Where?
Like, France is so unbelievably different to England. Italy is so unbelievably different to like Germany. You know what I mean? There's so
Yeah.
you can't compare the two. And then even go in the UK, going to Manchester is so different to going to Devon. America is really taught as like this country as if like
We are number one. No one else matters.
it's quite scary.
On that note,
Gab.
that's the video.
Yeah.
Have I well and truly triggered you?
Weirdly, I feel like it's been less aggressively triggered, like normal. I think we had a lot more discussion about actual like things in this one rather than more reactive stuff. So yeah, it's been an eye-opening experience. Yes,
Intellectual.
an intellectual discussion. Where
Intellectually calling bigots.
yeah.
That's what's happened.
And while they call us subhuman. Why? Because I like to suck dick.
Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to go see more of Rolly, I would highly recommend it. Go click the links in the description box. We made a video on Rolly's channel recently, which was, you showed me disturbing and weird adverts.
So we normally do this kind of stuff as one on my channel, but I want to do something a little bit different on this one.
It's
So I
the
thought,
swing wing.
It's the swing wing. I showed Jamie disturbing and like freaky and scary commercials and adverts from like the past up until modern era. Because I thought, Halloween's coming up. Let's do something a bit spooky. So I thought that'd be a bit fun to do like a
It
spooky
was
video.
fun. I liked it.
And if people like it, we'll do part 3, part 4, part 5, part 3. Haven't done part 2 yet, Jesus.
Part 27.
Time warp. Let's do the time warp again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go show Rolly some love, subscribe, watch the video. You will see some names going up the screen of my lovely Patreons. Thank you so much for supporting me. And a shout
Betty
out.
Swallocks. Sorry.
What? A big shout out to my very important potatoes, my VIP Patreons. Thank you so much. Albar, Chloe, Bildad the Sweet, Dylan Irving, Eldon K, Gosco, Iona Balash, Jesse Entwistle, Marv Mallow, Max Makes Mods, Night Soul, Nesta, Rachel Raptor, Randy, Riley Ray, River Champimont, Sally Drew, Sarah Hobbs, Sienna Lamb, Slayer, Spring Metal Dragon, Sugar Joe, TNS Mum, The Paisley Prince, and The Third Hat Man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.